Okay, welcome to the demonstration of our new multi-site monitor Sows. The multi-site monitor Sows is a successor of MSR, our current application, and is being released in several phases. At this moment, we have released phase 1 and 2, and in the next months, we will continue with more phases. How does it work? Well, you browse to myagrovision.com. That can be in your browser, on your desktop, on your laptop, on your tablet. It doesn't matter as long as you have internet. You log in with your credentials, and then you have access to certain reports. So now it is loading. Now immediately you come into the analytics section and you see the multi-site Sows monitor. If you click on it, then in the next step, the report is opening. For this new kind of reports, we use the Power BI technology of Microsoft to create really nice standard reports to follow up on several farms. So this is the successor of MSR, and that means that you can compare or group together multiple farms that have given access to you to their data in one overview. In this case, I have a demo with 5 demo farms on the left. I can select one farm, or with control, I can select multiple farms. If I made my selection and I press on one of the reports, then we will see the results of these 3 farms together. In phase 1, which we released in August, we started with the first 3 basic reports. The first one is a litter overview, really basic, but of course important, where you see the results of these 3 farms together, but the results are divided per parity. On the top, I can always change my selection of my farms, so I also want to add a 4th farm to my selection, and in an instance, the results are encapsulated in the report. On the right, I can always show the filters and make a change to the filters. For example, I want to go back in time and see some more data, or I only want to see the first 7 litters, for example, and you see the report immediately changing. If I go back to home and I press the second overview, the period overview, then I see the same results. It is still my same selection, my 4 farms, and also it are still the same first 7 litters and first period that are being shown in the report. In this case, I see the results per month from June 2020 until September 2021. But with the easy controls on the right top, I can drill up. I see the results now per quarter or per year. And if I drill down again, then with one click, I can go from quarter to month to even week results of my 4 farms together. There is also a second option to drill down. So I'm drilling up again to the years. If I take the second option, then I can drill down, but we match the same quarters, the same months over each other. So we overlap them. So now we only see the results of quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4, but it is a combination of the quarters 2020 and 2021. If I go one step further, then I see the month results. But as you have seen in the filter, we have the months from May 2020 until September 2021. So for example, in the month of June, I have the combined results of 2020 and 2021 of my 4 farms. So this is an option where you can really look at seasonal influences and look at the same results in the same time period across years. So really simple. With the drill up and drill down, you can really get into the data and focus on what you want to see. If I go back to home and I show the 3rd report, then we have an advisor report, which is really simple, but it shows the farms next to each other so that you can see how one farm is doing against another one. And now this week, we have released the 3 dashboards about services, farrowing, and weanings. I'll show you 2. They work in the same way. So it's the dashboard style. On top, you see the most important indicators. Then we have a table with the most important indicators about services. You see the drill up and drill down function again. So you can also use that on these reports. And on the bottom, you see a graph with the most important indicator, in this case, the number of services. And everything is acting together. If I press on the month of March, then the whole dashboard is filtered out on the month of March. And this goes really fast, really easy, and it gives you the opportunity to really dive into certain time periods and do your analysis. If I go back to home and I show, for example, weanings, then it is exactly the same way. You see the most important indicators, the table and the graph, but we also have some in-depth analyses. If I click open the filters, then on the right I see 4 in-depth analyses. One is about pre-weaning mortality. On top we see the pre-weaning mortality in time and the bottom per litter, but they also interact with each other. For example, here I see in the month of March there is a really peak in my pre-mortality. So if I press on this month, then also my litter results are getting filtered out. The other way around, I see a peak in mortality in my cycle number 3 animals. So I click on cycle number 3 and the period results are filtered out. But we have even more in-depth reports. We have one about especially weaned piglets, even with the distributions on the right side. We have one about the suckling days per litter, also with the distributions. And we have one about weaned per sow per year. And this is what we have at this moment. So the first basic reports, the more in-depth reports about service farrowing and weanings. And as you see on the right bottom, we are now working on the benchmarking so that you can also compare the results of your farms with the benchmark of your organization or with the benchmark of AgroVision. And we will also enable you to filter out our AgroVision benchmark. Those are the farms that have given us permission to be shown anonymous in the benchmark. We will give you the permission, or we give you the opportunity to filter them out on country. So also the national benchmark will be available soon in the next months. Thank you very much.